if we do end up, as a lot of people have been, news junkies probably hoping, some people perhaps dreading, a Clinton-Trump general election, the insiders say Clinton wins, Trump's negatives among Hispanics, among young people, among women are too high. But the conventional wisdom's been pretty wrong all year.
Yeah, the conventional wisdom was that the Republican voters might change, almost wake up and say, hey, you know, wait, we were having fun with Donald Trump. It's very entertaining, but this is getting serious. Didn't happen. But here's the thing, Chris. The polls have been consistent in terms of Trump versus Clinton. The polls have not varied there. GOP electorate dominated by white males, older males, and the general election voter is far more diverse. So Trump is right now in trouble, as you just said, not only with Latinos, but let's put in the black voters, let's put in women voters, let's put in young voters, millennials, right? So there's just no question there that, I think George Will once talked about this blue wall in terms of the Electoral College. The Electoral College has been consistent just like the polls. What state is Donald Trump going to flip?
Well, you asked that rhetorically, but he said...
I'm not just being rhetorical, I'm being very real about that.
No, but he says a lot of those industrial, upper Midwest state, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin...
Not one. Even if he were to flip Pennsylvania, you know, Virginia, Florida, he still loses. You have got a Democratic built-in advantage in terms of the Electoral College, and Donald Trump is the least effective Republican right now to change that electoral map.
Do you agree with that? I know you're not a big Trump fan, but is there a path to 270 electoral votes for him?
There is, but it's an ugly path. Let's start with this. The favorable, unfavorable, and real clear politics for Donald Trump is 28.4 favorable, 65.4 unfavorable, 37-point deficit.
Her unfavorable.
I was about ready to get to that. 38.4 favorable for Hillary Clinton, 54.9 unfavorable, 16.5 deficit. So they're both in bad shape, both of them upside down. That would point toward the only way that you can win for Trump is to make Hillary Clinton worse than he is. And that's going to be difficult because remember, by the time we get to the conventions, July 18th and July 25th, about 80% of the campaign will have been over. And once these opinions are in place, they're difficult to change. One final point. In the latest Wall Street Journal NBC poll, you like that last one that you put up there, Clinton's negatives are 56% negative, 42 very. Trump's are 65 negative, 53 very.
Let me just quickly add in here. So the story...
Why should this be different than the last 20 years? All right, quickly.
No, I was just going to quickly add in. So, I mean, Hillary Clinton, with those negatives, you would say, boy, Republicans should be celebrating. But in fact, with Trump in the race, Trump becomes the story, and he attracts he's a lightning rod for that negative opinion.